Hello, today is Friday, November 6, 2020. A question comes to my mind, anybody's mind. Why are you doing this? Like, I have to sit down to do a research, to write, write an essay, to think critically about issues, to be creative, the way I'm thinking, the way I'm presenting. And I have been out of Iran since 1988. I was 17 years old at that time. I remember when the cleric formed government in Iran. They used absolutely brute force, and it was horrible. The war, all that, it was crazy. And this was at the moment in my life that when I was escaping Iran, the smuggler told us, you see that road between, that's a border between Iran and Turkey. Custom border agents are patrolling this road. So at the moment you run, you're going to run forward, you're not looking backward, you're not going to hesitate, and don't look back, just run forward. So I looked my back for last time. I knew that's my last time. I'm looking at precious Iran. And I was very sad. I looked back, and for a moment I thought to myself, well, this is it. And I remember those horrible memories. That how the cleric in Iran formed a government. It's not a government, it's a state. The regime in Iran is a state. The cleric does not have a government. Political parties are forming governments. In Iran, there is no political parties. So, I know someone said we have, all these political parties are chosen by the sign of God or Ayatollah Khomeini. So there is no political parties in Iran. There is no democracy. There is nothing. And I can talk about Western democracy being the most horrible thing. I have done it. But I'm talking about political parties. Is a state. So a state is ruling people, and people are subjects, not citizens. So I remember that part when I look back, and that was my last time. I was 17 years old, and I'm like, oh my God, this is it. And I remember some of the horrific things we heard. Some of them I saw it. Some of the things like I remember that people who were using reasons, they were just having opinion, reason. The cleric regime would apprehend the whole family, and they would rape mom, daughter, in front of father, son. They did it. They did it. Or having a killing field. Because everybody, we are talking about the killing field, everybody is going back to 1988. That was one incident. The killing fields were going on since 1979 when the cleric reached to the power. It started with the military officers, secret service, police. They got rid of them, then they went after other people, eradicating anybody slightly was thinking differently than them. And they had a slogan. They were saying that if you're not speaking your mind, you're a coward. You have to speak. And I'm like, how can you speak? Because they were looking for people who are speaking against them to eradicate them. I remember myself one incident that the paramilitary groups ambush a house, kidnapped the bride, they took her to the committee, and next day they say, how dare of you people having a celebration, having a marriage, while our young are dying in Iran and Iraq battlefields. And they had AK-47, they were opening fire in the air, It was mayhem. It was crazy. It was a scary situation to see these Basiges, paramilitary group Basiges. They did that. They caused fear in people. And Iran was a booty for the clerics, for the revolution guards, for the paramilitary. Iran was not, didn't mean to them that it's a nation we want to build it up. It's a booty, it's something for us to take, not to contribute. That's a totally different concept. Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi was building Iran a day after day. But for the people in the power, they wanted to do it. So I look back, bad memories, and let's go for a better future. And I said, from this point on, people of Iran and country of Iran is in the hands of God. I can't do anything, and I continue my journey. As I'm in Canada, I'm hearing stories that people are dying, people are executed, non-stop. And the cleric are plundering Iran wealth left and right. I'm like hearing horrible stories, hearing they're executing children, hearing stories that two young men, because they're member of LGBTQ community, they hanged them in the street. And they said, God said that in the Quran. I'm not attacking that Quran. I'm saying they were saying that they were justifying their actions by using the holy scripture of Quran. Okay, I'm not attacking that Quran. I'm just saying it, what they were doing. And recently, we see people are desperate. The revolutionary guards are not giving insulin to people in Iran, and they have insulin sending it to Iraq. 19 semi-truck was intercepted by Iraqi security forces, and the revolution guards was behind it. They were not. They didn't want to give it to Iranians to use it. They want to sell it. It is so horrible. Recently, one family, they said, you know what, we're gonna go. I want to live a better life. I want my children to have a better life. Husband and wife, their last name is Iran Nejad. They had a 15-year-old son with the name of Artin. And they died. So do you want me to be silent? My honor doesn't allow me to be silent. And I know what is the price tag of speaking. I cannot go back to Iran under any circumstances. And here in Canada, they're killing people. I know they're talking about two recent events, but I was aware of another killing in Toronto when I lived there. One man told me the factions are like the clerics are very active in Toronto, and there was one young man, they grab him and they toss him over the Danforth Bridge. This is going on for a long time, but because we are living in a global village, the news are circulating very fast. So that's why I'm talking. I'm not talking about seeking revenge. I'm talking about peace. And my honor doesn't allow me to be silent. I cry for still Nabil Afkari. I see Puya Bakhtiari and Nader Mukhtari, Romina Afshari, Feridun Farrokhzad. Bringing airplane